And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here on TV 50's broadcast of Green Machine Football. My name is Bob Pettit, along with Coach Mitchell, my boss during softball season. But right now, we both have to do whatever Keith Kennett tells us. Keith on the cameras here, bringing us the highest quality filming you're going to find anywhere on this planet. We're here in Ottawa, watching the Leafs play the Ottawa Pirates.
All right, Ottawa Pirates struggling this year at 0-6 coming into this game, and they haven't put up a lot of points, only about 11 points a game, and they're giving up bunches of points. So, you come into this game and you're thinking this is one you should get. This is one of those weeks where you take care of yourself, and you can't look forward to you can't look ahead to next week. You just come into this game, take care of yourself, get your business done, and hopefully come out healthy.
Well, you try not to look ahead too far, but you do know there's 3 games left, and you sit at 3-3, and have any chance at the playoffs, you got to be at least 5-4.
Right.
And with the quality of teams we play, do you think we have a chance, Coach Mitchell, with a 5-4 record?
You got to win. To get into the playoffs, no question. We'll have enough playoff points to get in, but that means to get there, you got to win 2 out of the last 3, and hopefully this will be the first one.
Got to win one. You got to win them one at a time, and then if you get this one tonight, then you got 2 chances to get one. But hopefully we can get them all.
That's right.
Just
That's
run the
exactly
table.
Right.
Leafs come in again at 1-2 in the conference, 3-3 overall, and need 2 or 3 victories here to end this season on a high note. Here comes the Ottawa Pirates running on the field. The Leafs standing on the far sideline, waiting for this contest to start. We got 51 seconds running on the clock, and we're going to get going here pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Johnson over there says, let's get this thing going and beat the rain. We're hearing stuff from back home that some thunderstorms coming through the Quad Cities. A couple of those games got postponed to tomorrow, and I haven't heard that official yet, but if it is, we want to get this one going, hopefully stay dry, and come home with a victory.
So 2 objectives here: beat the Cavs and beat the weather.
Or Pirates, yeah.
Pirates.
Right. We took care of the Cavs last week.
Wait, I said that twice already, didn't I? Slap me, wake me up, Coach.
That's all right.
Yeah, these are the Pirates.
You're not a regular, so we'll give you a pass.
I should be. I should know the Ottawa Pirates by now.
Oh yeah, we've seen them plenty over. Started playing them back in 1981, my junior year, and we've dominated the football rivalry on it, and I'm not sure if Ottawa's won maybe two or 3 times, but over the years. But it's this will be the last one, and you want to make sure you leave this conference leaving these guys in the dust.
We've been with them in the NCIC for many years, and the Northern Illinois Big 12, and some of these rivalries are hard to let go of.
Oh, I agree. It's one of those things where I know in the softball sport, this is one you want to kind of hang on to, at least get to play them once or twice a year. But we'll have to see how that works out in the spring.
And the clock with a fresh 12 minutes on it. We're ready to go here. Leafs going to kick off. I don't know, did they win the toss and defer?
Leafs won the toss and deferred, so we'll get the ball in the second half. It won't. The Pirate captains were better than the Cavalier captains last week.
Here's the kick. It's a pooch. Caught on the 35-yard line. Returned here by the Pirates down up to just to the 40-yard line, a 5-yard return on the kickoff. And the Leafs start defense on the Pirate 35. The Pirates got a full 65 yards to go.
Right, that was Billy Cosgrave getting down there first, making the tackle with some help with Dominic DeBooth. Got to find out early. See if we can shut them down early.
Pirates up over center. It's going to be in a shotgun formation. Tight formation. Snap. Long throw, deep. Knocked down. Olsen on the protection down there had him well covered.
Well covered, and with the quarterback releasing so quickly, it's kind of hard with the shotgun, and then he's also taking another step or 2 back. It's hard to get to him when he releases that quickly. But if there's a way where he has to take some time throwing, I don't think he's going to have much time with the Leaf pressure.
Good coverage by Zach Olsen on that play. We're going to be in the shotgun formation one more time. Now we get some wideouts. We've got 3 wideouts. And it's a running play up for no gain. Might have picked up a foot.
Right, Leafs in a 3-5-3, the the stack three. Dominic DeBoof stepping up, making the tackle at the line of scrimmage. So Ottawa will have 3rd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Leafs defensively here. You know, here we go. We got 3-man front, 4-man pulled up. Now the outside linebackers are pulling up tight. Going to put some pressure on. Here's the snap. Tipped, now almost intercepted by the Leafs. Diving for that ball.
Right, Tannen Rink diving forward. Peyton Clausen is the one who tipped it, broke up the pass. Tannen just another step might have had a chance for a phenomenal interception. So Ottawa's going to have 4th down, have to punt with 11:14 to go in the first quarter.
So they gained a foot on the first three downs of this first possession. And here comes the punt. Leafs back. Looks like Zach Olson back to receive. There's the boot. He's going to let it hit and bounce. And it's going to be down on about the 41-yard line of the Geneseo Maple Leafs. 3 and out for the Leafs.
That's a good start. And what Zach, outstanding job on that. That's what they call poison. Everybody gets away from it. But Billy Cosgrave didn't have any idea where the ball was because he's blocking his man. And Zach got his attention, was pointing, and Billy just automatically took off and running away from that spot. And so no mishaps.
And here comes the Leaf. The Leafs up to the line of scrimmage. Jaron Brooker under center. Handoff. First man through is McAvoy. He powers through for about 7, maybe 6.
Simple belly 38 on that play, 3 back through the 8 hole. Good way to start. You know, Alex had an outstanding game last week against LP. And, you know, if we can continue success, it'll just open up things for the other backs.
Back to the line of scrimmage come the Maple Leafs. The Green Machine in tight. Back in motion. Hand off the second man through. It's Olsen. He gets across the line, gets across the first down yardage, up across midfield to the 45-yard line of Ottawa.
Yeah, very nice run. Lowering his shoulders and making sure he got the first down. Ottawa's running a 5-3, which is usually a decent defense for against our offense, and they're taking their tackles and putting them over top the guards. So that kind of opens up the 2 and the 8 holes.
So with a new set of downs here, Brooker again over on top center, pitches back. Pischke takes a cut. He cuts back again. He's off to the races. He's got some room. He's at the 420. He's at 25, 10, 15. He's across, untouched. Colton Pischke with the touchdown, Geneseo on the 3rd play from scrimmage.
Yeah, and in fact that was 21 sweep, and he got about 2 yards upfield, and Ottawa had that blocked off. He looked back to the inside, cut left across the grain, went all the way back across the field, and just was able to outrace everybody.
In the pregame, Coach, you mentioned that they gave up a lot of points and they're off to a bad start because 3 plays and it's pay dirt for the Leafs. Here's the extra point kick. They're going to call that one good. 7-0 Leafs.
Right, Carson Kokit, another extra point, and here we are 2 minutes into the ball game, and we're already up 7-0, and Ottawa went. Ottawa
didn't have the ball to start.
Exactly. So it's that is a good start. It's one of those things where, we take care of ourselves, but one of the things you're going to try to do is, if you can, get this to a running clock, at least to start the second half, and that'll help beat the rain. Plus when you're out of town, it's nice to get back a little earlier, if possible. But yeah, good start. That's a good start.
Yeah, if you're hoping for a long, sustained drive, you're going to be disappointed there. I mean, it was sustained for 3 plays.
Yeah, we don't necessarily see a lot of those short 3-play drives, but it is good to know that we're capable of doing that.
So for the second time in the ball game already, after 2 minutes and 1 second, Leafs are going to kick off for the second time after kicking off the initial to start the game. 3 and out for Ottawa, and now 3 and in for the Leafs.
That's right. 3 plays, 59 yards in 1 minute and 5 seconds. 45-yard touchdown run by Golden Pischke, and the Carson Kokit extra point was good.
And the kick, it's a little deeper this time. It's going to be caught on the 13-yard line. Return it up, slips and falls. He's down. They say he touched the knee on about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, exactly.
Of Ottawa.
Yeah, that's, we don't often see us try to kick deep, and I'm not sure, I'm not sure what Carson's capabilities are for kicking deep, but it's you got to do that every now and then just to mix things up. If you do the same thing over and over on film, then and teams will adjust to that.
Well, they're starting on the 24-yard line, Coach, and that's about 10 yards better than they started last, or worse in their case than they started last time. So here we go, wide out right, under center for Ottawa. Pitch back, he almost fumbled it. Leafs got it covered over on the end. Nice coverage by DeBoof. And he's going to be tackled for a loss about 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage.
Right. Billy Cosgrave out here on the corner was able to turn him back in, turn him right into Dominic DeBoof. And well played on the sweep. Able to string it out, and the guy had nowhere to go. Catane did his job, and then the Phil guys came up and did their job for yard loss.
So we're back under center, and they tried the shotgun that first series. That didn't work. Now we got a flag here before the snap.
Right, number 12, the white out here on this side, kind of lost his balance and fell forward. So Geneseo's gonna get 5 yards and make this 2nd and 18. Well, 2nd and 18.
It's not bad enough. The first 4 plays got a net negative yardage. They had to have a 5-yard penalty tacked on.
Right. Guess we'll call it. Looks like the scoreboard's calling it 2nd and 17, but 9 minutes and counting on the clock here in the first quarter.
So we got 2nd and 16 for the Ottawa Pirates. They are wide out, back to the shotgun formation. It's pitched over the middle, and it's caught. Got to pick up. He's going to be short of the first down. He's going to be marked about a yard short. A nice 15-yard gain, though, on a pitch over the center.
Right. That's a nice play. That line, the slot receiver at the top of your screen got a nice little break behind the linebacker, and he got lost. He got lost behind the linebacker. The linebacker got to drop just a little bit deeper to take that away. They're going to give him first down.
Oh, they gave him first down. Mm-hmm. Not exactly sure how that happened, but they felt it was close enough. So we got 1st and 10 for Ottawa at their own 34-yard line. Heading towards midfield. Back up under center. It's a handoff. No, it's not. It's a fake. He's got 3 guys all over him. Overthrown on the far side, and it's going to be incomplete. I was waiting to see if there was a flag because the contact was very, very close.
Right. He did have a receiver at about the 45-yard line who felt he was open. You could see by his body language he thought he was open. I think he was in front of our deep guy. But like we said earlier, our pass rush is going to be on top of him if he takes any type of time.
He had 3 men in his face. Big boys. So we go 2nd and 10. The 34-yard line. It's a pitch back, and he's held for a loss.
All right, straight option without the dive back in there. The defensive end made the quarterback pitch real quick, real early, and Peyton Clausen came up and took care of the pitch man for looked like about a 3-yard loss.
And here come the Pirates one more time. 3rd and long, 3rd and 13. Out of the shotgun. Here comes the stunt. Leafs all over him, pitched up. Oh, and it's caught. It's going to be another first down. He's off to the races. He's at the 40, 30. And he's tackled at the 25-yard line. A long run, nice pitch and catch on 3rd and 13.
All right, got behind the defensive back, wide open. Actually, the key there was Ottawa did a really nice job picking up 2 linebackers who were blitzing up the middle, and now Ottawa's in good scoring position with 7:35 to go in the first quarter. Down, and Geneseo's up 7-0.
And a low snap. Here we go again. Pitch out to the wide side. He's going to go nowhere. He's right at the line of scrimmage. Don't believe they're going to give him any gain on that. Going to be about 2nd and 10.
Nice job, Billy Cosgrave. If they catch it in front of you, that's okay, but you got to make that tackle. And open field tackling is very difficult, but he did a really nice job wrapping that guy up for no gain.
We missed a couple would-be tackles after the catch on the previous play, and did a nice job. You said it was Billy Cosgrave?
Billy Cosgrave.
Let's give him his kudos. 2nd and 10. on the 25-yard line of the Green Machine. Drop back to pass. 3 guys in him. It's a screen. It's intercepted. Here, he's at the 40. He's at the 45, 50. He's at the 40, 35, 30. Across the midfield to the 30-yard line. It was Dominic DeBoeuf on the interception, and he returned that ball all the way back to Ottawa's 30-yard line.
He was open.
He was wide open.
The receiver that the quarterback was throwing to, I think the quarterback was looking for him to stop and set up in front of DeBoeuf, but instead he took another 2 steps towards the sideline, and the quarterback threw it right into Dominic's hands, and he knew what to do with it. He just took off for the race.
And on that screen pass, that line's going to come in there, but I don't think you expect him to be there quite that quick.
No.
So here come the Leafs, offensive attack. Brooker under center, hands it off up the middle of McAvoy, and he plows through. Almost broke that one. Gets across the 30 down to about the 29-yard line.
That's the play we had success with last week with the jet motion, trying to run the linebacker out of there, then run a little trap up underneath with the fullback. That's outstanding on first down. You're getting 6 yards at the crack on first down. You're going to have a lot of success.
That's a big 6. And the Maple Leafs victories this year, McAvoy has had good games. I don't think it's a coincidence. Here we go, 2nd and 4. Come the Leafs. So you got a whistle here. We're going to have a timeout, Ottawa.
Timeout, Ottawa.
They're going to have to try to regroup. I think they probably feel a little urgency here if they don't get a stop. At this point, the momentum is definitely in the Green Machine's favor, and if they don't get a stop, it could be lights out.
You betcha. We're just now halfway through the first quarter, 6 minutes left, and up 7-0, and on the door again, on the doorstep, ready to score again. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing. We're coming out and taking care of business. I know they had the long play on the pass, but we were able to run them down, and then we were able to turn the tables right away with a turnover, and we've changed the field position right back. So, putting us in position, putting our offense in position to score.
Yeah, the Pirates, after looking pretty inept on the first drive, came out and had a couple nice pass plays, but the Leafs bend but don't break.
Right.
Stopped it in their own territory.
With the pass plays, you come out and guys just have to make sure they get their heads on the swivel. Linebackers especially get their head on the swivel and just find receivers that are crossing the middle.
And here come the Leafs. After a timeout, had a chance to talk it over. Brooker sweeps out to Olsen. Zach Olsen on the left side. He's got some running room. He cuts it up the middle, and he cuts it through, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Leafs.
A flag on the play.
All right, from the 24-yard line, he gets a 24-yard run that looks like it might be called back. We might have it's in an area of a hold.
He already signaled holding.
It's a holding call, and probably didn't even need that hold to get him in there.
Probably not. Probably not. I mean, he did a nice job, and I don't know how he squirted through. From our vantage point, it looked like he could have ran to the outside and been gone. But he cut it back up the middle and squirted through 2 guys and into the end zone. But all for naught. It is a spot foul, so it'll be 2nd and 5 now at the 25-yard line with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter.
So that's technically a loss of a yard on that play. It was 2nd and 6. But since it was downfield, the penalty only gave a net loss of 1. Here comes Brooker, pitches it out to Olsen one more time. Same play, cutting it up. And he gets across the 20 and good enough for the first down. They're moving the chains for a fresh set of downs.
Right, same play, 49 sweep. It good enough for a first down. Yeah, that's one of the things a lot of teams won't do. They won't run the same play 2 times in a row. The Leafs aren't afraid of doing that. You have success, let's go do it again.
Run until they stop you.
Mm-hmm.
And here come the Leafs on first down, inside the 20 in the red zone. Snap to Brooker, stops, drops back. He's got plenty of time to throw, lays it out there. Oh, off the hands. Is that Cosgrave? No. Pischke off the hands of Colton Pischke. Hit him in the hands, but it was just a hair high and bounced off. Nice play call.
Oh, yeah, it's a little backside post that Pischke was running from his 2-back spot. It's a very nice play. You're hoping that the flag route by the one end will pull the safety away from the middle of the field, and it did. Cornerback was there, but just a little bit overthrown, just off his hands.
They certainly were not expecting that. Here come Leafs on 2nd and 10. Hand off to Olsen back there on the left side one more time. He cuts through, and he goes all in for a touchdown. No flags this time.
Right. Well, he just turned it. He just turned it in, and went through the 8-hole and kind of helped the tackle to his, looked like the tackle or the end to his block, and squirted down the last 10 yards, last 15 yards by himself. It's he's like a man on a mission there.
You just have the feeling like you could run at them pretty much all night long. They just don't have an answer for any of the backs. We got a balanced attack, and they have no idea who to key on. Extra point is up. That one looks good right down the middle one more time. So it's a 14-0 lead here with 5:32 left to go in the first period.
Yeah, with the exception of one play, we got to be pretty happy with how things have gone so far. You know, the goal is 40, because the 40 gives you the running clock in the second half, and you're already a couple touchdowns towards that. You know that the first drive was 3 plays, 59 yards. This one was 4 plays, 30 yards after Dominic DeBooff's interception return. The 17-yard TD run by Zach Olson and a Carson Kokit extra point was good. So now Geneseo's up 14-0 with 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
We played 6.5 minutes here, and the Leafs are kicking off for the third time. Moving right along.
7 plays, 2 touchdowns. That's a pretty good average.
It is. And as you mentioned, Coach, you know, if you're going to have a running clock, tonight's the night, because the Storms could move in any time.
Right. It's not the rain you're afraid of. It's if there's lightning with it.
Yep. Yeah, they abide by the half-hour delay rule, I think.
Make for a long night.
Yeah, it does make for a very long night.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I got to be out raking diamonds at 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't really need a long night. I don't know about you.
I'll be at the ticket booth underneath the umbrella.
And here's the kick, and it's a deep one at the 10-yard line, received by the Pirates. Staggers up, and he goes very little. He's going to be down at the 20. Going to get about a 10-yard return.
I'll be honest, I didn't catch the 2 guys who were down there that covered him up in a hurry. Only to the 20-yard line. It's pretty impressive coverage right there. But, you know, as far as the auto guy goes, he got to the 20, decided he was going to stutter step and stop, and the whole goal on kickoff is just go. It's all about speed. Once you stop, everybody on the field's faster than you.
We're faster than that.
I know.
If you stop. All right, so here come the Pirates back up to the line of scrimmage. We're up under center here, and it's a handoff up the middle, and it's going nowhere.
Right, very nice job with the guys up front. Linebacker saw that early. You know, that was fullback, and then he was running a fake to the tailback off of that. So well done covering that thing up, keeping them at 2nd and 10.
Seeing Blake Lang, I haven't got to call his number, but Blake Lang has been on a couple tackles today, doing a nice job. Those big guys in the middle.
Noah Coughlin's a nose guard in there.
Stuffing up the middle, there's nothing to go. Now we're back in the shotgun formation with 4 wideouts. Drop deep, right across the middle, and it's a pitch, and he's got that thing. He's got a little running room. He's going to be tackled at the 32-yard line, going to be a first down for Ottawa.
I'll tell you what, Zach Olson did an outstanding job on that. He did his job. His job's contained, and nobody gets outside of him. There was 3 blockers between him and the ball carrier, and that ball carrier started to stutter outside. Zach Olson, he wasn't fooled. He made sure he got outside the 3 blockers and turned that thing back inside so tackle could be made.
It was hard to cover the 4 wideouts. Again, if we don't get pressure, it's a wild pitch over to quarterback's head, and he falls on it back on the 15-yard line, maybe the 16. Going to be third and long.
That's a crazy snap. I mean, that's, I don't know if I call that a forced error, but sometimes these centers aren't used to having a nose guard over top of them because so many teams play even man fronts, and if you got a nose guard over top of you and you're not used to it, that might put you in a little bit of a hurry to get that ball back to the quarterback.
Pressure makes you do weird things.
Yes, it does.
So we got 2nd and about 1.5 miles for Ottawa. Again, 4 wideouts. Drop back and down the middle. It's a screen. Received at the 20-yard line and going nowhere.
You know, you talk about some of the guys putting pressure on the quarterback. That time, Rob Stoll, he come off he was in a nose guard, come off a block, made that quarterback throw it probably a little sooner than he wanted to. You know, Tucker Zickerhorn out there as well. Yeah, and you still got third and Well, probably 3/4 of a mile now.
3rd and 23, we're going to call this, and they gained about 2 yards on that screen play. Here's a drop back and pressure by DeBoof, and he had rushed that pass, and it's incomplete up the middle.
Yeah, that's
a lot of pressure by DeBoof.
That's a sophomore linebacker going after a sophomore quarterback, and that quarterback saw Dominic coming, and he didn't want no part of it. Get rid of this ball, threw it into the ground, right at the feet of one of his receivers, and now Ottawa's going to have to punt with 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter, with Geneseo on top 14-0. Should get good field position again.
Here comes the punt by Ottawa. 3 minutes in the first period left.
That's poison.
We've only run off 9. That ball is caught on the 46, 47-yard line. A good marker on the 40, somewhere around there.
I tell you, I enjoy watching that senior play football. That's pretty smart. You let that thing hit, and that could roll for 20 yards. Able to get up underneath that, fair catch. Catching punts isn't easy.
No, it isn't.
Especially when you got guys around you ready to kick to kill you. So,
but again, you talk about pressure, because they're bearing down on you. You don't know if they saw you wave that fair catch or not. But the Leafs start in Ottawa territory, and it's handoff to Pischke, coming around the right side.
Yeah, little belly 22, fake to McAvoy, the fullback, to give it to Pischke, coming through the 2-hole, and comes up a little bit wobbly, but he'll probably stay in the game.
Picked up 7 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 3. They've been relying on Olsen and McAvoy quite a bit, and Pischke just kind of snuck up on him right there. There's a handoff up the middle. McAvoy, he just powers through, and he's still driving across the 35-yard line for a first down for the Green Machine.
Nice run by Alex there. Pischke kind of slipped. I don't know if that's a combination of maybe a little ankle from the previous play, but he slipped coming out of his stance. But good thing the play wasn't designed to go to him. It was designed to go to McAvoy and move the chains.
Nathan Beneke comes in with a play. Play the end position. And Josh Beath brings him up to center.
Tight end trade with Jerry Green.
There's a handoff to Olsen one more time wide. He cuts it back up the middle, picks up a few.
Right.
We're down to the Ottawa 32-yard line.
With that's 49 jet sweep, and I bet when Zach watches that play again on film, he'll think that he probably should have, if he'd have cut up inside just a hair sooner, he might have been off to the races. I couldn't tell if the safety and the backside linebacker was getting to him, but a minute and a half and counting in the first quarter, up 14-0, and you're still ahead of the chains here. Good things are happening.
Here come the Leafs under center. Where's the pitch wide? He almost fumbled, got it back, picked up a few more.
All right,
that was Colton Pischke, and Ottawa's defense is really kind of stiffening it up here. We got 3rd and 6.
Right, little dive option, fake to the fullback. Once Brooker felt pressure, he pitched to Pischke and slipped through 2 defenders. Zach Olsen didn't really know which 2 to block, and they just kind of ran into each other trying to tackle Colton. But it's 3rd and 6. This is it's manageable. It's 3rd and it's not 3rd and short or 3rd and long, but it's manageable.
Pick up enough to get it close if you have to have a 4th down, but drop back by Brooker, and he is wide, got a man wide open, and he's going to score.
P.J. Mosier.
That's Mosier on the score. He was just wide open. He had about a 5-yard lead on the closest defender. Brooker just laid it out there nice and soft, looked it in his hands, and across the goal line he goes.
A little 24 counter pass, because I believe Alex McAvoy was sneaking out into the flat as well. But when the end is that wide open, you better get him the ball. 29
seconds left to go here in the first period, and we're halfway there, Coach. We're halfway to your 40 mark. Leafs 21 with the extra point is good to 0 over the Pirates.
Yeah, that's 21 points in the first quarter. It's for us, that's an offensive explosion. I don't believe we've seen that all year. So it's good. It's good. It hasn't been the long sustained drive, but a lot of that's because of where we've been on the field, at least for 2 of those series.
Well, the Pirates held the Leafs to 2 two-run 2-yard gains at first and second down there. That might have been the best defense they've had all night, but Brooker surprised them with a little bit of a pass play, flipped it over the top, and it was a touchdown for the Leafs. This will be their 4th time to kick off in the first period.
Well, that was, our first series we ran 3 plays, and the second series we ran 4 plays, and the third series here we ran 5 plays, went 46 yards in 2 minutes and 26 seconds, finishing with a 31-yard touchdown pass from Jaron Brooker to P.J. Mosier, which is good to see. You know, Mosier's another one of those sophomores that see a lot of playing time. Carson Koch finished it off with another extra point.
So the Leafs ready to kick off. Ottawa ready to return one more time, see if they're mentally defeated. It's a pooch kick after 2 deep kicks. The up man receives the ball going backwards and brings it back up to the 32-yard line. So the Leafs, after pinning them back to the 25 and 20 on deep kicks, pooch kick it, and the Pirates are going to start at the 32-yard line, their own 32.
You know, he had 3 guys right there on top of him, Mason Jones and Billy Cosgrave, and 65 is not in the program, but just from body language, kind of remind me of Andrew Calabria.
And here comes the shotgun formation for Ottawa. He pitches out to the wing, and he picks up about 7 yards. Nice little pitch to the outside. Official signal he was tackled inbound, so they're running the clock. It's going to be 2nd and 3.
I did find Andrew Calabria. He's number 65 on the sophomore, so that could be that could be him.
Let's give him the credit.
Yeah, right.
And you can apologize later if you're wrong.
Nice quarter.
You don't have to apologize to the kid. You have to apologize to somebody's mom, though. They'll come after you, I'm telling you. Or actually, Keith will have to do it. He'll get the call. Everybody knows Keith's number. At the end of the first period, it's Geneseo 21, Ottawa Pirates nothing.
This TV 50 broadcast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Jolene Barnes of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Communications, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Borac Pharmacy, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank, Pink's Paint and Body, Edwards Ready Mix. Please thank our sponsors for their support of this TV 50 broadcast.
And thanks for joining us tonight here on TV 50. My name is Bob Pettit, along with Coach Pat Mitchell and our boss Keith Kennan on the camera. Best there is. We're ready to start the second quarter. The Leafs have just kicked off. Ottawa for the 4th time in the ball game, and Ottawa is ready to start on their own 38-yard line with 2nd and 3.
Right, that's a 2nd and short. You know, I'm curious if they'll run or take a shot here. A lot of times on 2nd and short, teams will take a shot downfield as opposed to just going and getting your first down.
There's a handoff up the middle, and he gets about 2 yards, 2 of the 3, just across the 40-yard line. They're going to spot it at about that might be close to a first down. They're going to spot it at the 40.5.
Right.
They're going to say he's 18 inches short.
Right. He just it looked like he has to get right at the 41. So run up the middle. They decided not to take a shot. And looks like we might measure. Yep, we're going to measure.
I don't know exactly how that could be because they've got hash marks out there.
Yeah.
Maybe we have a funny angle, but he's 18 inches short, just like you see from our funny angle. So the Pirates are going to have 3rd and 1.5 feet.
I always trust a carpenter. when it comes to measurements. You're right on, man.
Who needs a tape measure? You got an eyeball. Just over the 40-yard line. Here come the Pirates on third down. That's the quarterback sneak, and he's going to get that one because he got 2 feet when he needed a foot and a half. Going to be out to the 42-yard line.
And it wasn't like we did a terrible job on that. I mean, it's
no, it's just a quick snap, and
you betcha.
That's what it is.
Nice play by them.
Picked up. He only needed half a yard. And he picked up almost a yard and a half.
You know, and with that, you know, your defense gets to play some more. Some of those guys, they're they want to play too.
They haven't got a lot of time in.
Even with the short drives.
Mason Jones out here defending the wideout. You got 4 wideouts, 5 wideouts. Here we go. They're all going downfield. Is anybody left to block? Pressure on the quarterback, and he gets loose. He swings out to the right, throws it over the middle. It's incomplete. A lot of pressure.
Like we said earlier, if he wasn't getting rid of that ball on 3 steps or whatever, he was going to be in for a run. And Dominic just missed him, missed the angle on him. In other words, he was going down, and the pressure. You know, earlier he made a couple of really nice throws with no pressure, but now there's pressure, and he throws another one into the ground.
He had 5 receivers downfield, and it's like you would think it'd be a little easier to get a little pressure. The blockers are scarce.
You bet.
And we got it one more time. We got 4 wide out, and they got man in the backfield. Handoff. No, it's a fake handoff. Cut out wide. And he's going down the sideline. He's kicked loose, and it's recovered by the Leafs. Fumbled the football, heading down the sidelines. He had crossed midfield. He had picked up about 20 yards on the play,
right.
But he kind of semi-arm tackle, pulled the ball loose, popped loose, and the Leafs fell on it.
Right, Tannen Rink was very opportunistic right there. Glad he got on that before it rolled out of bounds. I'm not sure if it had stayed in bounds, but very nice job getting to the football after the completion. You know, Billy Cosgrave got caught inside a little bit, and the receiver was able to go outside. But hey, we got the ball back. 6 plays this time.
The Ottawa other receiver threw a nice block on Cosgrave too. Here comes the Leafs, pitch wide to Olsen. He takes it out wide, picks up about 5. Okay. See where they give him a spot. He might have 6.
That's actually Mason Jones there. He's in 2 back for Pischke. He's the speed demon. He's the burner. You know, he missed the first few weeks of the season with a lower, in hockey they call it a lower leg injury, lower body injury, but he's back at full speed the last couple weeks, and he's going to get more and more playing time.
You're going to have to cover for me up here, Coach.
Will do.
They got a blind guy calling play-by-play. It's kind of ridiculous. Here comes around the end here. That one's Pischke. No, that one's Olsen.
That one's Olsen.
and he comes across midfield to the 48-yard line. It looks like they're going to move the chains there, or at least look at it. Yep, they're going to move the chains.
Right, Zach.
Fresh set it down.
Zach hit that hole hard. I love watching him running at the camera on the belly 48, and you can see he was at a full head of steam when he got the football. And didn't slow down. So he was going to gain at least 2 yards on his own if there was a guy standing there in the hole. But I'm glad he gained more to get the first down. It just appears that Mason Jones in for Pischke. You know, Pischke was a little hobbled on the last series, and that allows Mason to get in there. You don't need to get anybody beat up in this game because you got a couple big ones yet to play after this week.
We played 2 minutes here in the second quarter, and Leafs up 21-0, heading to try to get that thing up to 28. The goal is to try to get a 40-point lead, so the clock can run and the Storms are not quite as big a factor. Injured player by the Ottawa Pirates walks off on his own accord. Trainer going to look at him a little bit, but he walked off, looked like he's going to be fine. Leafs with a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 on the 48-yard line of Ottawa. 9:47 left to play in this first half. Brooker drops back to pass, throws it out there, and it's caught out of bounds.
Olsen.
By Olsen on the 35-yard line.
That's an outstanding catch, over-the-shoulder catch by Zach Olsen. Couldn't help himself but go out of bounds. I'm just glad. In high school, you only need 1 foot, but he got 2 in. You know, quarterback had plenty of time to throw. You got some of the big boys up front like Jake Winslow and Billy Blazer, Josh Beath at center, Blake Langens at the right guard, and Rob Stoll at the right tackle.
1st and 10 once again on the 35-yard line. The pay dirt. Brooker steps back, throws it out to Beneke, and it's dropped just a little bit high, went through the fingertips, and he might have been crushed if he had caught that ball.
It looked like a guy had a beat on him.
He had a beat on him.
Yeah, and with you know, Beneke, excuse me, Beneke is already 6'2", but that's on the roster. In real life, he's probably a little taller than that. He was already spread out. He was going to get hit.
2nd and 10, pitch back. Olsen cuts back up middle, spins out a couple, and he picks up about 7.
You know, early in the game.
Oh, they're going to spot him about 8.
Early in the game.
Give him a nice spot there.
Early in the game, it looked like he could get outside. That time he couldn't get outside and made a really nice cut back inside and then cut to the right, and with the spin move off one of the linebackers there, get himself an extra 2 yards.
They're actually going to give him 9 on that play. That was a nice spot. Nice run by Zach Olson. Brooker under center. He's going to hand this one to first man through. McAvoy pushing that. Nope. Mason Jones through on the right side. He's got a first down. He's down to the 24-yard line.
Right. That's you know, it is. It's a really good fake to the fullback there. I mean, it kind of fools you up here. You got to take it. You know, I mean, that was always one of the goals back when I was coaching high school, was see if we get an inadvertent whistle, because the fake of the fullback was so good. But
well, when 6 guys tackle him,
yeah,
you know, it's easy to fall for it.
Exactly.
1st and 10 for the Leafs. Brooker drops back, throws it up wide open one more time. It's a touchdown. P.J. Mosier one more time.
Yeah,
he had a 5-yard lead again on the field. All Brooker had to do was lay it in his arms, and he caught it.
Little backside post again, this time by Mosier, the offensive end. So, you know, you're getting some of this stuff on film, so when teams watch this, you know, it just gives them more to prepare for.
8 minutes and 28 seconds left to go here in the second period. We're only 3.5 minutes into the second period, and the score is, but they didn't give him that yet. They did. 35. They didn't give him the touchdown, but now they gave him 7. 35-0.
No, not quite.
They fooled me.
Yeah, that'd be 28.
28-7. 28-0.
Yeah.
I'll get it right.
Yeah, that's very nice. The other thing that completing the passing does is just let you know as an offense that you're capable of doing that. It just gives you confidence down the road. You may need that to win one of these last 2 games, or both, you know.
8:28 left to go in the second period. Just to confirm, we've given you a lot of scores. It's 28-0 in favor of the Leafs.
Yeah, we didn't get 6-play drive this time. It was a 7-play drive for 58 yards. 2 minutes and 11 seconds, finished off by another touchdown pass, this time 24 yards from Jaron Brooker to P.J. Mosier, and Carson Koch get good with his 4th extra point of the night. 28-0, 8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter.
So the Leafs ready to kick off for the 5th time in the first half, with 8:28 left to go here in the second period. And that's a deep kick. Received at the 10, 15, 20, 23, 25. Nice block up front. He's going down the sidelines. Nice return by the Ottawa Pirates, 40-yard line.
Right. Unfortunately, Rylan Coons and Peyton Clausen ran into each other and fell down and allowed that return man to get outside of them, get an extra 15 yards. But so defense had to stiffen up. I mean, they played well so far, and it gives them an opportunity here now to play with a huge lead. If you figure out Ottawa's just going to try to throw to get back into it, then we're just going to tee off on the quarterback.
And so far, we've kind of got the answer on that on the deep kick. 3 kicks have gone to about the 10-yard line.
Right.
The first 2 did not return very long, but this one was a 30-yard return to the 43. Actually, a 33-yard return.
Ottawa going to use their second timeout. You know, that's the one thing with Ottawa. You know, over the last few, 10 years, they've been really hot and cold. They had a really good group here a few years ago with a running back named Michael Hermosillo, who actually saw some playing time in the outfield with the California Angels this past summer. Mike Trout was hurt, and he got to go play some center field. But after he left, they haven't been able to mount much of a successful football season.
5-6 years ago, maybe, Coach,
yeah.
somewhere in there.
Yeah, I think that's about right.
2012, maybe. So it's been a while.
Yes, yeah. It just makes you wonder, because they've got athletes. You see them. I was talking to one gentleman before the game, and he says they walk the halls, but for some reason they're not coming out for football. But
you see them in other sports as well.
Yeah.
They have a nice basketball team year
Sure.
in and year out. A lot of sports. So here come the Pirates after a timeout. Handoff up the middle. He's going to pick up about 3 before the Leafs bring him down.
Right.
We're going to have 2nd and 7.
I know P.J. Moser looked like he was the last one up off the pile. The Leafs defense is pretty youthful. They're pretty young. They start. They got some good senior leadership with Cosgrave and Clausen and Pischke and Olsen out here, and then up front. Every now and then you'll see Blake Langen in there, Noah Coughlin, but most everybody else.
We got 3 flags all at once. That could be a
legal substitution.
Yep.
That probably broke the huddle with 12.
Yep. Can't do that.
Right.
So after a 3-yard pickup, almost 4-yard pickup, I would say, on first down. Yeah, we'll give them a 4-yard pickup on first down. They get a 5-yard penalty, so it's going to be 2nd and 11.
All right. Back to talking about the defense real quick. We start a couple sophomores at linebacker. You got another sophomore playing free safety. Another sophomore playing corner on the top of the screen. Is just, the future looks bright.
Well, when you build around Dominic DeBoeuf in the middle too, he's doing really fine job. Quarterback drop back. He sprints to the right, springs it down to the 50-yard line. It's going to be stopped right there, right at midfield. It's going to be about a gain of 8, making up 3rd and 4.
All right, that time the quarterback made a nice pass, running for his life. Tucker Ziegenhorn just missed him, and we weren't able to get him with the second guy.
And here come the Pirates to the line of scrimmage. Out of the shotgun formation on 3rd and 4. Here's the snap. It's a low snap, bobbled, kicked out to the sideline. It's going to be a first down and a little more. Ball's loose, but they're going to call it down.
Once again, more success on just a, he's got the shotgun and he just takes a real quick short drop and throws out quick to the flat. I know that gets frustrating as a viewer watching that, but when your defensive back coach catch it in front of you, make the tackle, eventually you got to run out of room.
There's a deep snap, same play, breaks the tackle. He's coming across the 30-yard line down to the 27-yard line, 28. It's going to be a first down, Ottawa.
I'm sure he's just trying to lull Zach Olsen to sleep there. He'll pump fake one of these times, and the receiver will take off and try to run by Zach, and a little stop and go. 4 wideouts, handball up the middle, and he's breaking it. He's at the 20, he's at the 10, down at the 10-yard line. It's going to be another first down for Ottawa. 28-0, but it's 6 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the second half, and Ottawa's threatening. Yeah, it looks like a hurry-up offense now. Mixing in the rent. Oh, timeout Geneseo. Yeah, I know when they watch film on that, they're not going to be very happy. That little breakdown in the in assignments here between the linebacker and the front 3. So. You got 6 minutes left. You're up 28-0. You don't want them to put points on the board. You want to make sure. Last time they were in this situation, we had the interception by Dominic and turned the field on them. But you can't always rely on that. You got to make sure now you stiffen up and everybody do their job, play well.
Well, they got a little momentum here with this drive, and that's the timeout will hopefully stem that a little bit. Cut back that momentum, somehow you got to figure out how to stop this.
Right.
You talked about the frustration of this kind of offense. When you see a Rochester or somebody who really runs in with proficiency, it's very frustrating because you just think, is there any way to stop this? They're handling it pretty well on this drive, though.
Right.
They are running it well. Drop back right over the middle, and it's incomplete. Had two defenders on the coverage.
You had Olsen right there underneath, and you had Tannen Rink over the top behind the receiver. Just Olsen just missed a pick there. Hurry up offense still.
And here come the Pirates one more time. Ball's going to be down. We got to hurry up.
Yeah, it's
okay. We got third. Help me out, Coach.
3rd and 10. That was incomplete pass, so we got 3rd and goal at the 10 now, and with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter, since it was incomplete pass, they went ahead and huddled up that time just to make sure they got their wits about them. Now they're going empty backfield with the shotgun.
28-0 is the score in favor of the Leafs. Here comes the shotgun drop back. He throws into the end zone. It's dropped.
Right, kind of overthrew one of the number 26, Nassim Gray. He's a 5'11", 200-pound junior. He's got some nice moves. He's mostly in the backfield, but with that incompletion, that makes it 4th and 10. Looks like can't tell if that's a kicking team. Yep.
Well, we got 4 fresh bodies coming in, and maybe they just want some points on the board.
Right.
I just got word we had some storming back at home, Coach, and so those of you who hopefully joining us here, 28-0 in favor of the Green Machine. 6 minutes left in the first half. Ottawa trying to kick a field goal. It's going to be up and good. Looks like it might have pulled it left, but it must have snuck inside the crossbar. So Ottawa's on the board, 28-3 with 5:52 left to go here in the first half.
That's a really nice kick from the right hash mark. Make sure he kicks it back to the goalpost. In high school, the goalposts are a little wider than they are in college and the NFL. But the hash marks are also wider, too, so that makes that angle even that much more difficult to reach. But that's a nice drive by Ottawa. Caught us on our heels a little bit, and then they mix up the run and the pass. Had them, got him to 4th down, but it happened to be in field goal range for the Ottawa kicker, and he was able to drive it through to cut the lead.
The bad news for Ottawa is that the Leafs get the ball, and they have scored every time they've touched it. That was probably about a 33-yard field goal, somewhere right in there, Coach?
Yeah, it's a 9-play, 46-yard drive, over 2 minutes and 36 seconds. And you figure 9 plays in 2 minutes, 36 seconds, that's a lot of throwing and a few incompletions in there. 28-yard field goal by Kyle. Your guess is as good as mine.
That's a funny name.
Owczuk. Zwalczyk. How's that? Zwalczyk? Suzuki? I'm not sure. Reminds me of a commercial back from the early 80s.
And here comes Ottawa with the kickoff from the 40-yard line. It's a poocher. Received by Upman, and he's breaking it up the middle across midfield. Dragging his man. He's down to the 48-yard line of Ottawa.
That's Gab McGuire, and he did exactly what you asked him to do. Catch it, speed right upfield, get upfield, because when you try to run to the sidelines, you're not gaining yards, but when you run upfield, you're gaining yards, and a lot of the times you happen to run past somebody, past the defense, running the kick coverage team running at you. So nice job, Gavin.
You only know that because you're a math teacher, or used to be.
Huh.
So the Leafs receive the ball, and they start inside Ottawa territory on the 48-yard line. Brooker under center, hands out the middle of McAvoy. He plows up for 5.
Right, little 34-36 cross, following the block of Billy Blazer there. Good start. We hadn't seen Alex the last drive or so, or at least not very many touches last couple drives. And that's one of the things that happens. I know as a coach, sometimes we have a tendency when we start having a lot of success with the outside guys, we sometimes forget the fullback. It's nice to see him go back to the fullback.
2nd and 5, fake by Brooker, throws it out on the wing, out here to McAvoy. He gets across the 35 down to the 33-yard line. First down, Geneseo on a pass play to the fullback.
Yeah, similar play as earlier, except this time the safety went with P.J. Mosier on his route, the deep route, and that meant that Alex McAvoy had some space there. It's nice to see him just keep running that to the sideline. Sometimes if they're playing man, you run to the sidelines. If they're playing zone, you set up and make the catch.
So here come the Leafs on first down at the 33-yard line. Brooker drops back, looks deep. He had to overthrow him. He wasn't quite as open as he wanted to be. Is that Mosier again?
Yep.
And overthrew him just a little because he was not quite as open as he has been in the past.
Right. I don't know if it's by design, but there's been a lot of passes heading PJ's way, and just I think he had a little more time than what he thought. But overthrew him. You do it on first down though, and you know you still got 3 downs to get your first down.
28-3 Geneseo with 4:46 left to go here. We're still in the first half. Maple Leafs with the ball and driving at the 33-yard line of Ottawa. Brooker pitches back. Olsen's got some running room, but he ran into a blocker and it kind of held him up a bit. He picked up about 4.
Right. When he goes back and watches that on film, he'll probably wish that he kind of went outside and used that blocker on the outside. You know, when he cut back in that time, you had linebackers sitting there waiting for him. But man, does he run hard. When he lowers, he's still, even though he gained 4, he got hit at 2, you know, and he still gets the 2 yards by himself.
No question. They're down in a position where they could use a 4th down if they need to. They want to pick up some good positive yardage here, though, with third and 6. Last time they had 3rd and 6, they threw it over the top. Brooker hands it off to Jones. He's on right side. He's got some running room. He got a spin move. Wow. Gee. Ouch.
Yeah,
he made a spin move, and there was somebody waiting for him.
The best part about that, though, that was 10 yards downfield. Nice spin move, but he spun right back into a trailing linebacker. But he figured out where he was running, and he just turned the jets on. He gets out there pretty quick.
That was a 15-yard pickup. Boom. Oh, no, I guess that was from somewhere around there, though.
Mm-hmm.
Nice run by Mason. Here's picking out the Olsen. He's on the left side. He's going to go in. He's going to walk in. Zach Olsen with the touchdown.
Very nice. You run the jet sweep this way, and now all of a sudden, and you don't give it to him, but now all of a sudden you got an extra blocker out in front of your quick pitch, and it's very nice. Wide open to the outside. Gives us a 34-3 lead with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half.
Coach, I think you could have ran that one in.
He's got a defined run.
Extra point is chipped right through the upright, and that makes it 35-3 at the end. 3 minutes and 32 seconds left to go here in the first half.
Right. You always ask them after the other team scores. At least I do. I ask them, all right, how are you going to respond to that? And I think we responded very well, starting with the kick return. Hey, we got our 6 plays this time. So we've had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. I'm betting on 8 for the next touchdown drive. But anyway, 6 plays, 48 yards in 2 minutes and 20 seconds, capped off by 18-yard touchdown run by I believe was that Mason Jones, right?
Was
Mason
it really?
Jones. I think I might have called it Zach Olsen there, but now quick pitch, that would be right. That was 29 quick pitch with Zach Olsen leading the way. Carson Coquette was good on his 5th PAT of the night. So that puts the Leafs up 35-3.
You don't stand a chance up here, Mitch, with a blind play-by-play guy going with you. I can't read those numbers. I'm guessing. And the Leafs kick off from the 40. And we're ready to go. The official blows his whistle and signals go. And here's a deep one. Caught it back at the 10-yard line again, kind of running backwards at the 9. He comes across the 15, 20-yard line down at the 20. Oh, there's a flag.
Yeah, I think they're gonna catch an Ottawa guy for a little block in the back on Billy Cosgrave. He had his sight set on the return man and was past the guy, and the guy kind of pushed him off of his out of his lane, and so I believe that one's they're gonna lose 10 yards on that.
Ball received at the 10-yard line, brought it back out to the 22-yard line, but they're going to move it back. 10 from the spot, and that's going to put it at the 10. So Ottawa starts at their own 10-yard line.
This is key here because you've got enough time to get a stop here and then go score again before half. They're starting at the 10-yard line. It's going to be hard for them to go 90 yards, but you don't want them to go 10 yards so you can get the ball back as soon as possible.
3 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the first half. Leafs up by 32. Would like it to be 40. Here's the snap, kick out. That was a fake. Looks like it was pitched into the outside, but handed off up the middle. Picked up about 2.
Right.
2nd and 8.
That's that Nassim Gray again. He's a nice looking athlete here. Able to kind of squirt through a little opening at the line of scrimmage, but only able to gain 3 yards.
And here come the Pirates back up the line of scrimmage. We're going to work out the shotgun again. We got 4 wideouts. A lot of coverage out there, 3-man rush. And here's the snap. Drops back, rolls right. Looking downfield, flips it over the middle. Almost picked off. Had a couple guys there diving for that football, just couldn't get it. Brooker just about got it.
Tanner Rink from the inside.
And Rink from the inside. Peyton Clausen was back there.
Yeah, I see Jaron out there. I don't know if this is a little bit of a, looks like he's in there for Cosgrave. You've got Pischke at the other cornerback. So looks like Cosgrave and Mason Jones are getting a breather. I was curious to, no, Cosgrave's still there. So this is more of a nickel look, of a nickel back.
As long as he doesn't get hurt, it's a good idea.
Right, you betcha.
2:39 left to go here in the first half. Leafs trying to get the football back, try to put another score on. They're up 35-3 in the first half. There's a drop back pass over the middle, caught. Right up the middle at the 25-yard line. Nice play by Ottawa. You can't cover them all the time.
Right, you caught it right in front of Cosgrave there, and now we're back to the hurry-up offense with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first half.
There's a deep snap, and the drop back looking downfield. He's got a man covered, and it's picked off. It's Cosgrave on the pick. He's going to be at the 37-yard line. Geneseo ball with 37 yards to pay dirt.
That's very nice coverage again. Very nice coverage. It's like the play previous. It wasn't like it was terrible coverage, but this one is also really good coverage. And you keep throwing the ball like that, and you leave it up in the air for that long a time, and it gives the defensive backs time to run up underneath it and pick that thing off. So now we get 1st and 10 at Ottawa's 37-yard line with 2 minutes 17 seconds to go in the first half, up 35-3.
That was double coverage, so he had a little opportunity to gamble on that. And here come the Leafs. Now we're going to get a timeout.
Right.
Ottawa, I believe that's the last one.
I think that was timeout us.
Oh.
I think Larry was calling that timeout from the sidelines. But on that last one, it almost looked like if Cosgrave didn't pick it off, Brooker was going to get it. So having 2 guys there, and like you said, you can take a couple, a little bit more of a chance going after that thing when you got 2 guys there. But
on the earlier one, as you said, Cosgrave, it was single coverage, and he really couldn't take the chance to let that guy by him.
No question, exactly right. You want to make sure, like we've talked about so far and a couple others, just like out on the corners, out in the flats, even over the middle of the field. If you're playing man-to-man coverage, which I believe we were, you don't want to let that guy get behind you. Let him, if he catches it in front of you, so be it. Just make the tackle.
Geneseo on 1st and 10 at the Ottawa 37-yard line. Wanted to call a timeout, make sure they're on the right page here. 2:17 left to go in the half, and they want to score here before half. Pitches it out to Olsen, and it was on the ground. He picked it up, and he's turning the corner. He's out of bounds. Clock's going to stop, and he's picked up about 7.
Yeah, now the official actually, he threw his flag out there, but I think he meant to throw his beanbag for the ball on the ground. But so there's no penalty on the play. But yeah, Olsen, that ball bounced right back to him. He made a nice play, gaining 4 yards and getting out of bounds. You stopped the clock.
I was looking at the wrong official. I thought they were spotting him for a 7-yard gain, but he ran out of bounds, and the other official had it at 4 yards. So Leafs did stop the clock with 2:10 left. Got second and 7. Second and 6. Brooker under center, handoff, second man through. That's Olsen. He picks up he's about a yard short of the first down. Or are they going to give it to him? It's really close.
Yeah, it looked like he
really close.
After breaking the line of scrimmage, he's trying to do one of those.
They're going to give him the first down.
Yeah, trying to do one of those little jump hop things and get his feet tangled up a little bit. You know, move the chains, first down, and you still got 2 minutes and counting on the first half.
Here comes the Leafs on first down. Brooker drops back to throw it. He throws it up high and deep, and it's caught. No, it's dropped. Looks like you had it, Coach.
It did. That's a little bit of a 21 jet sweep pass, and you're running 3 guys. Basically, you're flooding the zone is what you're doing. You got one guy deep at about 20 yards, 22 yards, another guy at 11, another guy at 1. The jet guy goes to 1, and most of the time the middle guy's open. That time he wasn't. We threw deep, and looked like he had a chance. Looked like he had a shot.
Little alley-oop down in the corner. Looked like you had it. Drew Himmelman used to get those at 7'3".
Oh, no, 6'3" in the program.
My mistake again. Here come the Leafs. Got a wide out left. Brooker drops back, rolls left, gets back to the other side. Got one man to beat, and he beats that guy. One more guy cuts up the middle. He's got 5, 10. He's down to the 15-yard line.
Looks like enough for a first down.
Looks like you're going to give him the first down.
Right.
Absolutely, move those chains. Nice move. He had the one guy to beat, put a little juke on him.
Right.
Got the first down out of it.
Ended up putting, beating the first guy. That got him across the line of scrimmage. Beat the second guy, got him to a first down.
So it's 1st and 10 at the 11, we call it. And handball on the counter. Coming back, he's slipping. He's still going to get some positive yardage, and the pile moves forward, falls down to about the 10-yard line. It's going to be really close. That's going to be at the mark at the 11.
Right, you got 1 minute and counting here. You got 2 timeouts. You know, it's one of those things where you don't necessarily want to score too quick and give them a chance, but you want to make sure you do have time to score.
I think you trust your defense. Get her in. 50 seconds left. 49 is clicking. Here comes Brooker up under center. Picks it out wide. It's Mason Jones. He tries to cut it up the middle, and he gets down inside. He's going to get a first down out of it. 38. The clock's running, and they call a timeout. The clock stops to set it.
It's supposed to be stopped, and yeah, 7 seconds ran off the clock before he finally called first down and stopped.
Now they're running it again. They run the clock again. It's 28. It's ticking away. Here's a handoff up the middle, and he's going to be down. And they're going to have to stop the clock now.
Almost looks like he's setting up for a field goal.
18 seconds. And the Leafs call timeout with the ball on the 5-yard line.
All right, 2nd and goal at the 5 with 18 seconds left to go. You got time. You got 1 timeout left, so you can throw it to the middle of the field. You can run and use your timeout, and then still end up kicking a field goal on 4th down if you don't get it, or actually on 3rd down if you want. I mean, it's just a lot of different options here. Just a matter to see what happens on this play.
So if you throw an incomplete, you got a chance for 2 more plays.
You betcha for 3rd.
If you run it and call timeout, you probably only have 1 unless you throw in the end zone.
Unless you throw in the end zone, right? Exactly right. Be interested to see what we do here. But this 2-minute offense, we've been able to move it down the field after the interception, after the Cosgrave interception.
They are in great position for a field goal, but I bet they want 7. And we'll see what they do. See what you know, Coach. Brooker under center, drops back. He hands off to Mason Jones, and he gets across for the touchdown. They were option number one. They called timeout if he didn't make it. 13 seconds left to go here in the first half, and Mason Jones in for the score.
Right, they overloaded the right side. They had the tackle over. They had an end split out, and then they had the wing back on the right side. They had the fullback leading that way, and then we ran the jet sweep into it too. So by the time the play was done, you only had two guys on the left of the football. So a little overload right, and looks like we're going for two to try to get this thing to 40 points to start the second half.
Clock sitting at 40, or the scoreboard sitting at 41. Pitch out left, cuts in, and he looks like he might be. He's stopped. He's denied.
Didn't get it.
He's denied. 41-3. Leafs up by 38. We're trying to get two to make the 40-point clock run.
Right. That's about the only thing bad that's happened with the offense tonight. That's.
Ottawa hadn't stopped on less than three very often tonight, but they did on that particular play, and it cost them 2 points. It cost them at least 2 points that they probably would have liked to have.
Sure.
13 seconds, and it'll be all she wrote for the first half. Leafs get to kick off for the umpteenth time in this first half. They get the ball.
Are you kidding?
No, it wasn't 10 plays, was it?
It was 8.
Oh, 8. Okay.
So that makes
you
it.
You did the 8.
Yeah, that makes it we've had a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, a 7, an 8, and a 9-play scoring drive tonight. This last one was 8 plays, 37 yards in 2 minutes and 4 seconds, 5-yard touchdown run by Mason Jones. The 2-point conversion to try to get the point spread to 40 was no good. So we should go in at halftime with 38-point lead.
Okay, we're lined up for the kickoff, and we got a hesitation. Here it comes. It's a squib kick up the middle. Ottawa almost fell on it, but he lost the handle. The ball's going to bring him out to the 30-yard line, and we're going to have an Ottawa player down again.
Right.
He's getting up this time.
Dominic DeBoof, the first man down there, bringing him down. 8 seconds left to go, so they're going to have time if they throw, probably time for 2 plays if it's incomplete. Or they could they might take a knee and just lick their, go lick their wounds, or just run a safe play. Who knows? There's a lot of different things they can do. But if I'm Ottawa, I'm just probably running a simple dive. But nope, they're going empty backfield. Oh no, there we go. Quarterback under center.
Quarterback under center, see if he drops back or if he takes a knee.
Yep.
He's going to take a knee. They don't want to mess with this.
Right.
So that's going to wind it here for the first half. The clock ticks down to 0. When we're in Ottawa tonight, and it's been all Leafs. At the end of the first half, it's Geneseo 41, Ottawa Pirates 3. Thanks for joining us.
This TV 50 broadcast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Jolene Barnes of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Communications, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Borac Pharmacy, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank, Pink's Paint and Body, Edwards Ready Mix. Please thank our sponsors for their support of this TV 50 broadcast.
And we're ready for the second half kickoff here up in Ottawa. Maple Leafs against the Pirates. My name is Bob Pettit along with Pat Mitchell. Thanks for joining us tonight. And first half was all Maple Leafs except for 3 points. Ottawa picked off a field goal. Had a nice drive, got down in field goal range, got the field goal. So we start the second half, 41-3 in favor of Geneseo. Kick goes back to Billy Cosgrave, and he picks it off about the 25 and spins around a couple times, gets it back up to about the 31-yard line.
I think he did about everything he could do with that. First of all, securing the catch, because it was kind of an over-the-shoulder catch. Had that ball hit the ground, I don't think, who knows what happens when it hits the ground. But, we'll start first and 10 at the 31-yard line. With our first drive in the second half.
I agree with you, Coach. He didn't have a lot of help over there. If that ball hits the ground, you might have a red jersey on top of that thing. And here go the Leafs starting from their own 31-yard line. If they can put points on the board, we'll have a running clock. Hand off to McAvoy on first down. He doesn't pick up a lot here. They have stopped McAvoy a little short of his average per carry, I believe.
Right. Gain of 2 there on that. They had a linebacker sitting there waiting for him. We had the guys blocked in the line of scrimmage, but linebacker sprung free and holding Alex to 2 yards.
So we're at the 33-yard line of Geneseo, 2nd and 8. And come up to the line. We got tight formation again. Brooker under center. Boy, they got the defenses in the box. Handoff. That's Olsen out the left side. He's got running room. He's across midfield down to the 45-40, 35-30, 20. He's gone, and I don't see any flags on the field. Did we need a 2-play drive, I think, to complete this thing?
Yes, we did.
Zach Olsen on the second play from scrimmage, the second half, makes the running clock that we were looking for. It's 47-3.
I tell you, just a couple nice blocks, and he set up one of his blockers very well out there, but the fullback is offset to the left. You had everybody but 2 guys on the left side of the football, and then away you go down the sidelines.
Around the left end, it looked like it might be bottled up, and he turned the corner, and there was nobody.
Right. I mean, that's good to see.
Extra point is good, makes it 48-3. And the 45-point lead causes the clock to run for the rest of the game.
Right, yeah, it was 41-3, and the touchdown extra point. We're at our 40-plus. The clock will run, and yeah, exactly. All right, so we're pretty consistent tonight. This is pretty cool as a former math teacher. That drive went 2 plays. For 69 yards, all of 51 seconds, 67-yard touchdown run by Zach Olsen. I guess you'd call that the big play of the drive. Carson Kokit with the extra point. So that's a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 play drives. I mean, that's pretty cool. You don't see that very often.
I think you probably ought to go buy some lotto tickets and use those exact numbers right there. It just doesn't happen. There's no way.
No, you don't.
So the Leafs will kick off after 2 plays after receiving the opening second half kickoff. They took less than a minute, and it was in the end zone. And the Leafs kicked that one out of bounds. A little short poocher that hooked to the left. And looks like Ottawa's going to go ahead and take that thing.
Looks like looks like
the 30, huh?
No, it looks like it's gonna. Yeah, it will be the 35.
35-yard line. Yep.
Right. But one thing to note, we've scored a touchdown on every single drive today. We've had the ball 7 times, scored 7 touchdowns. That's once again, that's pretty good average.
So Ottawa will start first and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Letty will bring them out. There will be a trips left.
And here come the Pirates. Handoff to the right side, and he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. A host of Leafs over there stopping him. And I'm sorry, Coach. Is that Clausen coming up off the bottom of the pile?
As Clausen and Alex McAvoy.
Alex McAvoy at the bottom
pile.
Yep.
Loss of 2. So with running clock going with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter, Leafs up 48-3. Ottawa 2nd and 12 at their own 33-yard line.
He drops back, and he's rushed. There's guys all over him, throws out of bounds, and we're going to get a grounding penalty. That baby is going to be way back. He's going to be on 2nd and 12. They're going to drive him back to 3rd and infinity.
Yes, that was Blake Langen putting pressure up the middle, and Dominic DeBoeuf on the from the right side, Yeah, he was just getting rid of that thing. It came nowhere close to the line of scrimmage. There was nobody in the vicinity. So I believe that's a good call. It's a spot foul. It's a loss of down.
By the time Galletti, the quarterback, dropped back, he just turned around and looked downfield, and there was 3 guys in his face, and he tried to spin around, just heaved it up in the air.
Yeah.
Going to be 3rd and 30. 3rd and 30.
I wouldn't be surprised to just hand the ball off.
Well, you know, they converted on 3rd and long a couple times. That ball's up the sidelines. He picks up kicks him out of bounds. He picked up about 12, 13.
Yeah. Good thing I'm not the defensive coordinator.
But that brings up 4th down for the Ottawa Pirates, and 4th and 17, 18. And that's going to be a punt situation. You know, when you're down 48-3, you hate to punt the ball away.
I know.
Because it doesn't matter where they get the ball. You don't feel like you have a lot of chance of stopping, but it's the only thing you can do. Here's the snap, kick, kind of a duck, received at the 50-yard line. That's
Mason Jones.
That's Mason Jones. Picked the ball up at the 50-yard line, picked up about 14 on the carry. 13 are going to give him spotted at the 37-yard line of Ottawa. So the Leafs, who have scored on all 7 drives they touched the football so far this game, get the ball on the 37-yard line of Ottawa. And Jones is down, holding a leg.
Yeah, that's the one thing you did not want to see when you're up the way you are. It's more like a cramp,
yeah,
the way she's shaking it.
Yeah, she's playing. She's not shaking a bad knee that way.
That's Lori Anderson out there. She does an outstanding job with these guys. The whole training staff just does wonderful work with these young men. But I just get the impression Mason Jones, missing the first few weeks of the season, he's making up for lost time. He gets that ball and just goes.
Yep.
And that's, as a coach, you really like that. Walking off under his own power. Looks like he's putting all weight. I know he's hobbling a little bit. That's a cramp.
So Mason Jones, after a 13-yard return of a punt by Ottawa, down to the 37-yard line, walks off the field on his own power, and here come the Leafs in a really tight formation. Brooker under center, hands it off the first man through McAvoy, and he gets just a couple. Big pile.
That's your first. That's a mixture of some first offensive line guys and a whole new backfield.
It is a backfield. That's McGuire.
Yeah, McConnell's the quarterback. Get my spectacles on so I can see.
I believe we got McGuire with the football on that run.
Right. Jacob McConnell now is the quarterback. McGuire is at the fullback spot.
Off to McGuire again. He cuts up the middle, and he's got some running room. He got powers for a first down and more down to the 20-yard line.
That's right.
There was a hole. They haven't had a hole like that for the fullback all night, and he blew a big one.
If we had a long time, I got a great story for Gab McGuire. But I'm just so proud of him and how far he's come since 8th grade. Eli Allen is there at the 2-back.
Good to see him back in pads.
You betcha. You bet.
Got a lot of fresh bodies out there, and you know what? Blowing holes in that line is good stuff. That's the ball up, handed off, first man threw up the middle, and he just picks up a couple again.
Right, looks like you got Cole Graddard at the 4-back right now. They're just going T backfield. And I know it looks weird when you got a 70 number and a 59 number back in the backfield. But I guarantee you those are running backs. They're not converted linemen.
Those are those primarily their defensive numbers?
Yes, exactly right.
And here they go, McConnell up the line again, hands off the left side, cuts through the line, picks up about 6.
I really enjoy seeing this when you got the second backfield gets a chance to run behind the first line.
Yeah, and they're running hard and they're getting holes. That line's giving them some holes. We're going to have 3rd and 3 down in the red zone. It's going to be on the 12-yard line. And here comes the Leafs up to the line again. They're just powering their way through. Already have a 48-3 lead. 5.5 minutes left to go here. Oh, that ball headed up the middle. It will not go down. Will not go down.
That's about one of the funnest 2-yard runs you'll ever see. You know, he didn't have anything up the middle. He tried to bounce to the outside, didn't have anything there. Bounced back on the inside, and now he's down.
That's McGuire again. And then that was McGuire on the run. He's a little short of the first down, but he is down, and they're going to pull out the crew. Yeah, I always hope it's a cramp, but shouldn't be.
I noticed that before that last play, Joe McConnell, Jacob's twin brother, snuck in there at center for Josh Beath.
And everybody takes a knee while they check out Gavin McGuire, see how he's doing. See if we can get him to walk off on his own power. That's what you always hope for. And we got water being distributed here out there at both sides of the field. And we got, that's Eric.
Eric, you talking about the Ottawa trainer?
Eric Busher,
Yes.
the Bushman.
And Gavin's up.
He gave me a piece of information that one time. He said that's in a softball game. He was coaching the first time Ottawa ever beat Geneseo in a softball game, and he let me know about it.
Oh, he reminds you. I remember. I think that pitcher went to Valparaiso.
Yep. I had no idea that we had never been beat by Ottawa in a softball game until that game was over, and he told me about it, and I think he reminded me every time I seen him. So we're walking off the field, but we got a little help. So got a little owie there. Hopefully it's nothing serious. Got in, had some nice runs by McGuire, and got something twisted the wrong direction or something there. But he did get the ball down to the 10-yard line. It's going to be fourth and under a yard. Looks like less than a yard. And the Leafs are going to go for it. Connell under center. Here's the snap. Handoff on the left side. Plenty of room. First down and more. Gets down close to the 5. They're going to spot him about the 6-yard line.
That's good. You said first down and more? Yeah, that was more.
That was more.
That was Bruce Moore. Bruce Moore with that run. This little 47 power, another sophomore. You know, continuous clock, man. It just flies. There's 4.5 minutes to go in the third quarter already. Opening
Kickoff of the second half, received by the Leafs, and then 2 plays later, it was a running clock, and it's 48-3, and the Leafs driving down to the 6-yard line. First and goal at the 6.
2 new tackles, Cole Ellerbrock and Matthew Egan. You know, I appreciate Coach Johnson doing them one at a time like that. It's easy to get the numbers when they come in.
I'm assuming Ellerbrock probably played that last game, the sophomore game.
Oh, yeah, and so did Bruce. So
yep.
did Bruce Moore. Matthew Egan's a junior, so he didn't.
A lot of these guys got a little time in the sophomore game, and again, it's a different level playing at the varsity experience, and that experience can certainly pay off in years to come here. So here we come, Leafs up to the line. Boy, they're sure going slow now with that running clock.
Well, we're going to take a knee here. Going to take a knee.
It looks like we are going to take a knee. Well, the running clock stays no matter what. The score happens on the score anyway. So we got first and goal on the 6.
That's first down.
And for some reason, they obviously told Ottawa because they're just standing there with their hands on their hips.
Right. There was 4.5 minutes to go, and we took that knee at 3 minutes and 10 seconds to go. So a minute, 20 seconds ran off the clock before we ran that play.
I understand the concept of not running it up, but on the other hand, these guys just walked into the game. It should be nice if they could play a couple plays.
Yeah.
Keith just showed me the radar, Coach, and it's coming this way. Whatever storms we had in the hometown area is coming this way, and it's not very pretty.
Uh-oh.
So just keep that clock running. 2 minutes and 24 seconds left to go here in the third period. And again, if we're taking a knee, you would hope that this game doesn't get suspended, but
Right.
you know, it's what it is. They have a right to, I guess, if they want. Clock ticking down to 2 minutes in the third period, and they're just letting that play clock run. They take another knee, and they're going to give Ottawa the football at the 6-yard line and see what they can do.
That was just, yeah, we still one more to go yet here.
I'm sorry, I thought he had that on 4th down. So it is one more knee they're going to take. They're just letting the clock run, play clock run down, and take that knee. They are not going to take it in from the 6-yard line. They had 1st and goal on the 6, and they're going to give Ottawa the football right there. Ottawa just standing there with their hands on their hips. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure why they don't at least get down the stance, but I guess that's the way it's played.
Mm-hmm. They didn't want any cheap shots. No cheap shots. That actually started a couple years ago with them when they had some of the issues in the NFL and some teams, you know, just taking
trying
cheap
to get
shots.
a fumble out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's just
clock still running. Right down to a minute in the third quarter left, and they're hoping they can get this final quarter in before the lightning or the rain hits. The radar shows it coming this way really soon. So Ottawa takes over the football on their own 6-yard line. 46 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And it's a bad snap. It's going into the end zone.
Safety.
And they're going to have a safety. And the Leafs are going to score after all. You can't tell them not to do that, though, Coach.
No, that looked like Cole Grattert chasing him out of the back of the end zone.
Good for him. He's been watching a lot from the sidelines with no pads on lately, and gets his opportunity to play a little bit here tonight, which is really good. Good to see some of these guys that have been injured back with the pads on.
Right, that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter here. They're going to let that run down because now Ottawa will get the free kick from the 20-yard line, so we're going to get the ball right back up 50-3 here at the end of the third quarter.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter here in Ottawa. At the end of 3 quarters, it's Geneseo 50 and Ottawa 3. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
This TV50 broadcast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Geneseo Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Jolene Barnes of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Communications, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Vandemore Funeral Homes, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Borac Pharmacy, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank, Pink's Paint and Body, Edwards Ready Mix. Please thank our sponsors for their support of this TV50 broadcast.
And we're back here. We're back here for the fourth quarter in Ottawa. My name is Bob Pettit, along with Pat Mitchell, and all kinds of statisticians and cameramen here up at the entourage, Keith's entourage, and our savior Kim back at the station here as we start the fourth quarter. And Ottawa kicks off, received by Geneseo, and they take a knee on the kickoff, which was a free kick after the safety.
It's Tannen Rink. I'm sure the coaches made sure to let those guys know to take a knee. The clock continues to run during this time.
As again, we're in the fourth quarter, 11 and a half minutes left, and that clock is running. The Leafs are probably going to take a knee 4 times and let the Pirates have the ball right there, because the Ottawa Pirates are all standing there with their hands on their hips. No, they're not. Just in case. No, they're going to run a play. That ball is handed off on the left side Comes across down with about a 5-yard gain.
Right. That's Bruce Moore, sophomore running back.
Bruce Moore on the play. A handoff.
Let's see if we can get some of these names in here. I see Meek Mooney at one of the left end, and Colton Mitten at the left tackle. That's Kane Miller at the left guard. And we already talked about Joe McConnell's the center, snapping to his twin brother Jacob. The right guard, I believe, is Jacob Polovi. And on the right tackle then is Matthew Egg, at least that's who came in earlier. In the backfield we got Eli Allen.
Jake McConnell hands it off to Moore one more time up the middle, and they stuff that one up a little bit, but he falls forward for a couple. And he's going to have about 3rd and 3.
Right, I got Eli Allen at one of the running backs, Moore at Bruce Moore the other, and Cole Graddert now at fullback. Colin Corral coming in. I'm not so sure that's not his first. This will be his first play of the year. He's been out, like you talked about, in street clothes on the sidelines most of the year.
Ball just across the 50-yard line at the 49 of Ottawa. 3rd and 3, handoff up the middle. First man through, and he's going to have a first down and more again. Picked up the 3 he needed plus 3.
I can't forget my.
Was that Moore again on the carry?
Yes, sir. I can't forget my buddy Augie Schmidt coming in. You got to love that guy.
Absolutely.
Love Augie.
Augie's actually been up here in the booth with us doing some basketball coverage.
Yeah, Alex Walker coming in. I know I missed somebody.
1st and 10 for the Leafs.
I think I missed Blake Stotler. Did 41 come in?
Hand off left side again. He's around the corner on the left side, out of bounds.
26 is Ryland Coons there, coming around this end.
Ryland Coons with even though he went out of bounds, the clock still runs. We're down to 9 minutes. We've killed 3 minutes here in the 4th quarter, and we still haven't seen rain or lightning. It's good.
Oh yeah, Tyler Whipple, 29, coming into the ball game here. Once again, this is just invaluable minutes that these guys are getting. I'm glad we're getting out, running some of the offense. I totally understand, though, the taking the knee down in the 10.
Probably going to take that ball down inside the red zone before they stop. Mess with that a little bit. There's a handoff once again up the middle. Just going to run the ball up the middle. Going to pick up 3 yards, just straightforward.
You betcha. And if we score, we score. That's nothing wrong with that.
That looked like Ryland Coons again on that carry.
Yep. Zach Wilson in the ball, or he's actually leaving the field right now. Looks like he's running plays with Augie.
You keep naming them off, Coach. I can't see the numbers very well. I'm not sure why Keith got me up here. We have a blind play-by-play guy. Here come up to he's McConnell still under center.
Can you imagine if it was a muddy field?
It's the away uniforms too. It's I don't know, with the white on it. There's a handoff up on the left side, and we pick up a couple more yards. Just everything straightforward.
Right.
And this is going to bring up 3rd down for the Leafs and about 3rd and 4.
Right. That's Ryland Coons getting another carry. Looks like
got to get some of these guys get some mud on their jerseys. Colton Minton needs a little dirt on that 74 out there.
My guess is Ryland Coons going to get another carry.
Let that play clock run down as the game clock runs down to, of course, close to 7 minutes. Jake McConnell is waiting and he calls for the snap, handoff, and you called it again, Coach. Matt Hart on the left side, just over the 20-yard line, and it's going to be a 4th down play.
About 2 yards. 2 yards. About 6:45 to go and counting here in the 4th quarter.
That was Ryland Coons on that run, as you predicted, Coach, and there's a couple of fresher jerseys out there for Ottawa as well.
You bet. Leafs up 50-3 right now.
6.5 minutes left to go in the game. Running clock, it runs through everything. Leafs using every second of that play clock, although it doesn't really matter.
Right.
It just keeps rolling through it all. McConnell, quarterback sneak, dives forward. It's going to be really close.
He's got it.
He's going to give him a first down. Yep, moving the chains. It's going to be a fresh set of downs. They are in the red zone. It's just kind of a matter of when they're going to, at what point they take a knee. If they got to get inside the 10 or if it's inside the 20.
McMooney in. Zach Wilson out. Looks like Tyler Whipper came out there. Can't tell who came back in for him, but it's neat seeing these guys getting some decent minutes.
Ball at the 17-yard line of Ottawa. Last time the Leafs were driving, they got to the 6 and they took a knee and did not score. They left the score at 50-3. Actually, it was 48-3 at the time, and they got a safety. He must be including himself. Dobbs senses a text here of the three blind mice, so he must be including himself in that one.
Yeah, a little delayed game there, and that's okay. You know, if you happen to break one and score from here, that's okay. You know, when you got down inside the 10 or down to the 10 when you had that first and goal, you know, I'm sure we backed off there so not to rub it into anybody. But if you score from here, you happen to score. And you see Alex Walker's in.
Yep. You know, that way it's first and 15, but the kids still get to play. They still got to try to block and tackle and run the football. There's a ball handoff on the left side. Is that Coons again?
Yep.
He is met at the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard falling forward.
Right. You know, these offensive linemen, once again, you get this on film and you can see if they're getting a push. And if they're not getting a push, and you figure out, you know, technique-wise, now they've seen themselves with some game footage and all right, this is what I've got to work on to get better, whether it's for this year or next year, or if you're a sophomore, you know, whenever. But this is a great experience.
Well, there's 3 minutes and 57 seconds left to go here in this ball game, and the Leafs up 50-3. And I don't think even Lightning's going to stop us now. There's Coons one more time off the right side, and he's going to pick up about 3 or 4 more. Back to the original line of scrimmage.
Right, it's nice to see him running hard. You know, he's got some pretty good running backs in front of him. It's nice to see him running hard because you might have to count on him next year, whether it's in the defensive backfield, the offensive backfield. You got to find out if he can play at this level, and I think we're finding out that he'll be just fine.
They're definitely giving him the football. He's getting a lot of opportunities, a lot of carries. Here comes the Leafs up to the line again, waiting for that time clock to expire. Almost expire, going to take a snap. And here it is, one more time off the Coons on the left side. And he actually takes a slide. He almost was of the opinion he didn't want to take that ball in.
That's
brings it down to the 10-yard line.
Right, that's pretty. You got to give him credit if that's what the coaches told him to do, because that's hard. Here's a chance where he could possibly get it in the end zone, but he got inside right about the 10 and did one of those NFL quarterback slides, and you got to give him a lot of props for doing that, because I'm sure that's been instructed from the sideline.
Picked up 7 on the play and could have got more, but finally took a dive for him. And it's very possible they might take a knee here, but see if they want a first down or not. It's 4th and about 2. Leafs, they'll hand it off up the middle. Coons, he tries to go up the middle. Drives ahead for...
It'll be close.
It's going to be really close to a first down. 2 minutes left on the clock.
It is a first down, but it's Ottawa's
first down. Ottawa. He's held to a yard on when he needed to. 50-3 in favor of the Leafs. And they, if they had gotten that first down, they would have taken a knee 4 times and run the clock. So this gives the second layer and third layer of defense a little opportunity to try to stop the Pirates one more time. Minute and 40 seconds left. That clock's ticking away. 47-point lead for the Leafs.
There's 41 Blake Stoller coming in on defense. You still have 56 on the field. That's Kane Miller. Looks like 52. Yep, 52 is Jacob Polovi, and 53 is Joe McConnell. Jake McConnell is now playing playing the nickel.
Alex Walker out here on the wide left. And Pirates hand the ball off up the middle, and he picks up a couple on the first man through.
Right.
Clock still running down, ticking down to a minute.
Rylan Kuhn's still on the field.
This team's not coming back tomorrow to play this one out,
Nope.
Coach.
Alex Walker's out there. Mick Mooney's out there playing some defense.
If they get lightning strike now, we're going home. Here comes Ottawa up to the line here with seconds left on the clock. Handoff up the middle, and he's got some room. He's got some running room. He's still running. He's up to the 30, almost 34-yard line, and he goes down with 30 seconds left to go. Nice little run by Ottawa.
Right. I think the only person I miss out there is Brennan Hipkins. Yeah, you know, 7. I know he's their starting quarterback, but he's also just a sophomore. So this is still good experience for him as well. Yep, that's it.
I would never criticize a team who's losing by a large margin for playing their players.
Right.
But that's going to do it. They won't want another one. That's going to do it for this game. Geneseo comes to Ottawa and just kind of lays one on them. Scores 50, gives up 3 on one very nice drive. They had about 2 nice drives, and the second one ended in a field goal. The first one in an interception.
Right.
By the Leafs.
The Leafs tonight, they started fast and they finished fast, and they played fast the whole game. Scoring on their first 7 possessions. 7 times offense, starting offense touched the ball. They scored 7 touchdowns. So it doesn't get any better than that. So.
And honestly, they would have scored on every drive if they'd not taken a knee and decided that was enough.
Correct. So, now they can go get their sandwich, and it's a happy bus ride home. The sandwich will taste good tonight. I would venture to guess everybody saw time on the field.
So the Leafs go to 4-3 and 2-2 in the conference, and with two to play, and they sure would like to finish strong and wrap it up at 6-3.
No, you aren't kidding. We get to come back home for senior night next week with Sycamore Spartans in town. We've had some outstanding games with them over the years, and then we go on the road for week 9 with DeKalb. So we got our work cut out for us, but we'll be prepared. I know, last year we went into week 9 needing that win to get into the playoffs, and not a lot of people thought we would get there done, and we did. Okay, hey, we got some stats here. Thanks to that really long run, Zach Olson on his last carry, his 12th attempt, he ended up with 147 yards. That's a 12-plus yard average, which is that's pretty good, as long of 67. 2 touchdowns. Colton Piskey, 4 carries, 57 yards, 14-yard average, 1 touchdown. He had a 45-yard run in there. Mason Jones, who was still hobbling a little bit coming off the field, but I still think it's a cramp. 5 attempts for 42 yards, 8-plus yards a carry, 2 touchdowns. 18 was his longest. Rylan Kuhn's, a lot of carries here at the end. 8 of them in total for 37 yards, 4.5 yards a carry. The longest of 16. Gavin McGuire ended up with 5 carries on the drive just before that, before he limped off. 5 carries, 27 yards. That's 5-plus yards a carry. 16 was his long. Alex McAvoy, like we talked about, I think they watched some film from the last 2 weeks and really keyed in on him, and they weren't going to let Alex beat them. Said, okay, and we'll go ahead and let Olson and Piskey have their day. So Alex McAvoy, 6 carries, 23 yards. That's almost 4 yards per carry. And then Bruce Moore, 4 carries, 16 yards with a 4-yard average for a total of 49 carries, 348 yards, 7 yards a carry, 5 touchdowns. And how can we forget the passing by Jaron Brooker? 9 attempts, 5 completions, 2 touchdowns, both to P.J. Mosher, who had 2 catches for 55 yards. Alex McAvoy had 1 for 10, Zach Olson 1 for 12, and Mason Jones 1 for 11 for a total of 88 yards. So, when you add all that up, that's a pretty good day. And you're got to do some quick math here. 348 plus 88. That's 436 yards of offense, and that's a good night. That's a good night. So, you leave here, and they've already got the scoreboard turned off. I would too, 50-3, and come out of this pretty healthy. Now it's time to go back to work. Enjoy this tonight, enjoy this on Saturday. Start getting things ready on Sunday and go back to work next week. Get prepared for Sycamore.
Well, Coach, we beat the Pirates, we beat the weather, and we're going to wrap it right up here. We want to thank Kim Kennett back at WGRG, 100.5 FM, statisticians Willis Andel and Parker Prohaska for all their good work. Give you those numbers. Ron Hartman back at Geneseo Communications, technical coordinator and Mr. Everything Else, Keith Kennett. My name is Bob Pettit, and along with Coach Pat Mitchell, thanks for letting me join you tonight, and we'll see you next week. The final score tonight, Geneseo 50, Pirates of Ottawa 3. Thanks for joining us.